Olá, pessoal! Eu tô aqui com o Nichols, eu brinco que ele é o nosso grande mentor mundial, e o nosso chefe é mentor mundial junto com a Patricia Crane. Eles são casados, né? E eles que são nossos líderes dos treinamentos do Método Louise Hay ao redor do mundo. E particularmente ele tem sido para mim já há algum tempo um grande mentor espiritual, e eu tenho aprendido muito com ele. Eu fiz um convite para ele gravar aqui comigo alguns minutinhos sobre a visão dele a respeito dos aprendizados espirituais que a gente tem com a pandemia do coronavírus. Ele mora nos Estados Unidos, na Califórnia. Nesse momento lá eles estão todos em quarentena também, estão todos trancados, e eu acho que eu acho que vai ser muito maravilhoso vocês poderem aprender junto comigo, ouvindo direto dele, que tem uma sabedoria que vocês vão perceber um pouquinho. Hi Rick, thank you so much for your availability to be here and to record this short interview, but I do think that our community in Brazil is going to learn a lot from you. So, and this is an important moment. People need our help because they are trying to understand what is happening on a spiritual level, what is happening. So I am sure they are going to learn a lot from you.
Well, I'm delighted to have the opportunity to speak to all of those of you in Brazil, or at least the numbers of you that are, going to be watching this video. And thank you, Renata, for inviting me to do this.
Great, amazing. I'm so happy. So my first question to you. So in our line of thinking, when you think about Louise Hay thoughts and her learnings, and we are always talking about affirmations and positive thoughts. So our thoughts create our reality. So we need to keep them positive. So how can we keep our positive thoughts and our positive affirmations in this tense and nervous atmosphere that we are all living right now?
The short answer to that is to stop all complaining, to stop awfulizing the situation.
Awfulizing is funny.
and talking to people about it, and talking about how terrible it is and how awful it is, and how the government's this and that, and how, I'm afraid of this and that. And because what that does is makes it worse. What you're doing is affirming for the negative. The affirmations, we say positive affirmations, which is mostly what we use, but affirmations can be negative as well. And so when you're awfulizing and when you are complaining, then you are creating negative affirmations, and the subconscious mind is going to pick that up as what you want, and it will give you more of that. So when you're doing that, you begin to spiral down and down and down and down into an awful pit of awfulness, which you don't want to do. So you pull yourself up out of that, and you say that I am alive, I am healthy, my family's alive and well and healthy. It's a great world. The sun is shining, or it's raining. It's going to nurture the plant. Go to the positive, and whenever you start to complain about something, stop and move it up, move it up, move it up. Think the highest thought you can think, the happiness of joy. And that will erase the negativity and create positivity and create a feeling of joy. And another thing you can do as you're doing this, smile.
Wow.
When you smile, it changes your feelings immediately. So smile and say, it's a great world. It's wonderful to have plenty of food to eat. It's wonderful to have my family around, and or whatever you've got. And then go to gratitude.
Wow, this is an amazing tip, right?
Yes, it is. It's powerful.
Yes, it's really powerful. So this would include also to just turn off the television and start reading the news all the time, right?
Right. Well, you want to get away from the constant flow. You got to remember, television and the media in general, they claim to be in the business of entertainment and in the business of news. Mm-hmm. And they've learned how to make the news entertaining because they can make it very, very scary to people. So it's like going to watch a horror movie all the time. And they know that once they get you, once you're scared, then you're going to keep coming back to them for more information, which will make you even more afraid. But you keep coming back and you watch the commercials. They're not so much in the business of entertainment and news, which they use it in a way that's entertaining, as they are in the business of making money. So whatever you watch, they will give you. So stop watching it, and maybe they'll move to something like Mr. Rogers or something. I don't know.
Okay, great.
So you turn it off, and you don't ignore. You need to know what's going on around you. You need to be informed about things that you can learn. You know, that you wash your hands often, you don't touch your face. When you go out, and you do all the things that we're being instructed. So you have to know about those. And you may need to know about what the level is. You don't need to do a body count every day.
Yes, which is a completely different situation. Exactly. Yes, perfect. Okay, great. And my second question is, what do you think it's on an individual level, our greatest learning from this situation?
On an individual level, what we will learn from this when it's all through, it's hard to see it when we're in the middle of it, of course, is our own personal power. Here's the thing. You're sitting there at home. If you're following instructions, you're sitting at home, and you have around you whatever you have around you. And you have a certain amount of power to manage that situation. So what we could learn is our own personal power to manage our own lives and our own thinking. We have to be able to manage our thoughts, so we keep them in a positive kind of level. I have a belief that each of us are sparks of divine creative potential, expressing uniquely as who we are. In other words, Renata is a spark of divine creative potential, expressing uniquely as Renata. And so is her baby, Sophia, and her husband, Louis. We all are. You are sparks of divine creative potential. And that spark, here, I'm gonna give a little exercise with you. Can I do that, Renata?
Yes, of course, please.
Okay, all of you now, take the index finger of your dominant hand and hold it up like this. Okay, you got that? Good. Now we'll do a little exercise. Bend it down like this and then out. It's a little calisthenic, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Hold that finger up there just like that. Now take that finger and point to yourself. Now stop. Look where you're pointing. More than pointing right here. And that is a natural instinct to know who you are. What you need to do to get through this thing with sanity and with joy and wonder is to know who you are. And you are that spark of divine creative potential. Being a spark of divine creative potential, you have the potential to create the life that you want it to be. And even if you're locked in your apartment right now, you can make that life as beautiful and joyful as you want to, because you are that creative power.
This is so beautiful. And this is so important for us to learn now that we are locked down and stuck in an apartment in our houses. And remember this, when all of this thing is over, keep remembering this.
Keep remembering. And you know, if you look at the statistics and the satellite pictures, the air is much better all around the world than it's been in a long, long time. They say that the water in the canals in Venice is becoming clear because we're not spewing all kinds of stuff out of it. So we can get a real-time experience of what happens when we chop off all these emissions. I'm not saying that this is going to teach everybody to do that, but you can see there's hope. You can see that there's light at the end of the tunnel, that we can correct this global climate change if we just tone it down a little bit. That's another big one. There's lots of stuff going on that's positive about this. Focus on that. What's wrong with it?
Beautiful. We all know that we can increase our immune system by taking vitamins, vitamin D, and a lot of vitamins. But do you have another tip for everyone to increase our immune system?
There are lots of ways to improve or to strengthen your immune system. It's very important to be strong here, because if you were to contract the disease, it's important that your immune system be strong. By the way, we hear about the people that are suffering horribly. We hear about people that are dying, but a huge number of people that get ill from this get well right
Yes.
away. So it's not doomsday entirely. So there's, gosh, a lot of ways that you can take teas and herbs and so forth. You can tap on your thymus gland like this. That gives it a boost. You can meditate on it. My immune system is strong and can handle anything that comes along. My immune system always keep it positive though. Don't go to my immune system can resist the COVID virus. You don't want to mention COVID virus. You don't want to give it any strength. My immune system can protect me from whatever. And there's a way that you can help with that. That is, you make an agreement with yourself. Mm-hmm. Let's say that you are in this COVID situation going on here, and you're afraid of it or whatever, you're feeling bad about it, and you want to correct that. So there are 5 basic modes that we do. We want to be one of approval. We want to be safe. We want to be in control. We want to be united. We want to be separated. United mm-hmm. means one with, separated means get away from. Uh-huh. You can ask yourself this question. You can say, let's say Renata, I'll do this with Renata. Is that okay?
Okay, yeah, sure.
Okay, we'll do this real quick. What is it about this issue with the coronavirus that you were feeling? What is it that you're wanting from this? Is it a feeling of correctness, to be right? Is it a feeling of security? I want to be safe. Is it a feeling of I want to be one with the world? Is it a feeling that I want to get away from everything? Is it a feeling that I want to control?
I have to choose just one?
Just one. Anyone, doesn't matter really.
Security,
which is going to be the case of most people with this virus situation. Mm-hmm. Okay, so what's security? Let's say now, could you just let go of wanting to feel secure amid this coronavirus? Could you? Now, could is not a commitment. Could is just
yes, I could.
Maybe I could. You could? Okay.
I could. Mm-hmm.
Good. Would you just let go of wanting to feel safe amid this pandemic?
Yes. Yes, I would.
You would? Okay. When?
I learned from you already that there is just one option. Now.
And if any of you in the audience here feel the natural instinct is going to be, no, I don't want to let go of wanting to be safe. Why would I do that? And you got to go back to it and you say to yourself, do you want to be at peace or do you want to be tied up in knots and miserable? I want to be at peace.
Of course.
Then could you just let go, just for now? You can go back to being miserable later if you want, but just for now, let go of wanting to be safe in this pandemic environment.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. Do you want to be miserable or do you want to be happy?
To be happy.
So then, could you just let go of it? Yes.
Yes.
Or would you? Then you're going to get some more resistance. But every time you get the resistance, you go back to the process. Would you rather be at peace or would you rather be miserable? Mm-hmm. And that's always going to be one answer. And when you finally get to the yes there, then you ask yourself right then and there, when will you do this? And there can be nothing about that other than now, because now is the only time there is. And when you hit that, you do it, go through it. Then when you hit it, you'll feel it immediately. It'll be like, it'll be palpable. You'll feel it in your body. And there'll be this great sense of relief. And you can do that with anything, not just a pandemic, but relational issues and so forth.
It's an amazing exercise. I love it.
It is, yeah, it works very well. And it's basically a way of shifting yourself to the positive, in a way that's not just an affirmation. Sometimes you feel with affirmations, they're not getting there fast enough, or like it's.
Mm-hmm. It takes more time and practice. Mm-hmm.
So.
Yes. Okay. Great. And my last question. This is going to be a tricky one. Are you ready? Okay.
Right. Hit me with it. Yeah.
Our beloved Louise Hay, she used to use this powerful affirmation when she was like dealing with a challenge, which is always well, everything is working out for our highest good, out of this situation only good will come, and I am safe. So what good do you think it will come from this situation, from the humanity?
Okay. It starts where you are. It starts where you're sitting right now. And this really gives the people, millions of people the world over, an opportunity to sit still for a moment and to begin to know yourself, to begin to know your strengths, and begin to know how to use that strength to improve the quality of everything in your life and the lives of people around you. And so with one of the goods that can come from this, many of them, you just mentioned just the atmosphere and so forth, but is to finally get introduced to yourself, to finally find yourself. And then you will know the strength, because you'll know, again, the spark of divine creative potential expressing uniquely is the one is who you are. And you are that spark. You are a light. If there's darkness all around, your light is shining however brightly you are willing to allow that light to shine. And that is the most important thing that each individual can gain from this journey through COVID virus. Know that, and then don't be afraid of the light that you are. So many people are afraid of the light because you start stepping out there and shining the way you were meant to shine. Somebody's going to come along and say, you're not doing it right, or you're shining too brightly, you're making them feel dull.
You're not being good enough.
Yeah, that you're somehow diminishing their power because you're allowing your light to shine. But that's not your problem. If somebody has a problem with you, it's their problem, not yours, unless you accept to buy it.
Wow, this is so important.
So what I would, what I would wrap this up with, Renata, if I may, what do you think, is a poem from Marianne Williamson, one of my favorite poems in the world. And it's called Let Your Light Shine. And it's our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, talented, gorgeous, fabulous? Well, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small will not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people will not feel insecure around you. You were meant to shine as children do. You were meant to manifest the glory of God that is within you. And it is not in just some of us, it is in everyone. And as we are liberated from our own fear, we unconsciously liberate others.
Wow. Wow.
So the thing to do is find your light in the darkness here, COVID virus epidemic, and let that light shine. Let it shine for yourself. Let it shine for your family. Let it shine for your community. Let it shine for the whole world. And that's the highest good that can come from this, that each individual discover who they are, discover that they are that light. I love you all. Thank you for this time.
Oh, Rick, thank you so much. This was just amazing. We are waiting for you here in Brazil, okay? When this is all over, in the next years, you are coming, right? Patricia already promised.
Okay, then I go where Patricia goes.
Perfect. I love you.
I love you, man.